This exhibition of the latest works of art created by this contemporary artist is to emphasize the essence of teaching the local languages to children in order to preserve our culture and heritage.
It's an art exhibition by contemporary artist Abolore Sobayo, revealing his latest body of work at his Jalosimi Art Center, a vision which has finally birthed, and for good reason too. It's a Generation Next project which goes beyond art for art's sake.
Jalosimi, I derived the name from the informal school where kids go to learn with rhymes and play. And in the real sense, the question I ask myself is, we should not just talk about Jalosimi, we should be talking about Jeki Lusimi. Because literally, what Jalosimi means is that let the home rest. But my question is the country or the town actually resting? Most of my works are created on slate because the art exhibition is targeted at talking about mother tongue, the indigenous languages that are going into extinction, focusing on mother's tongue, which I focus on Yoruba, which is my own mother's tongue. And what we've created is we created most of the works on slate. We recreate what the slate used to be like that we use in school. We've worked with the letters, the Yoruba alphabet, the ABD. We've created works around the Owe series. I've created works around the Ori series. And I've also created work called Heritage, which talk about the cultural heritage of the Yoruba people.
That's the reason the local language is reflected in his images, which shows the alphabet in Yoruba being juxtaposed with an indigenous hairstyle.
Art is connected to development in a way. To development in such a way that you have culture in the mix. And without culture, without cultural development, there's no political and economic development. And you will see from the works that have been displayed here, you find that the artist has been able to use Yoruba language as a background to explain some of the concepts and some of the abstractive concepts he's trying to put to us as messages. And for me, it's important that art is taken seriously for political and economic development.
The message I'm trying to pass across with this particular project is the importance of mother's tongue, importance of understanding our mother's tongue, knowing the value that comes with understanding our language. And when I say understanding our language, I mean we should be able to speak, read, and write. We should not be an illiterate in our own language. And the importance of the art center, Jalosimi Art Center, here in Oshodi, just recently built, is to help lure youth away from violence and lure them towards social consciousness. We've created this center to help and assist the youth, to create a hub where they can use their energy positively to create something magical.
I'm so impressed with the works and the body of works created by Sobayo Abolore today. The paintings on the panels, which really probably they were inspired by proverbs, Yoruba proverbs, which in a way give credence to the cultural identity of the artist, being a Yoruba person. And so most of the works probably speaks about Yoruba proverbs, and some of them have, has this images and representation from the people of southwest Nigeria. And most importantly, the work talks about why we need to embrace our identity, why we need to celebrate who we are as a people.
Forms part of the other works of art exhibited at his solo show, which focuses on traditional norms that the artist believes are slowly eroding.
We need, as a matter of fact, to preserve our mother's tongue. If we are not careful, Yoruba might go into extinction, and other languages by other tribes too. Even some has gone into extinction. And how do we preserve it? By doing work. So now that's what propelled me to say, okay, I want to start writing Yoruba in my paintings so that you'll be able to read, you'll be able to communicate with my works. And this is one of the most important part of it.
Statistics by the United Nations reveals that indigenous languages aren't as popular or trendy and may suffer if people are not intentional about teaching it to children.
The artworks here are very striking because they came from a place of deeper memory for me. One of them is Oriki. I remember as a young lad, when I greet my grandma, what she meet me with is my Oriki, my ancestral lineage, eulogizing me. And when she say this, it tells stories about my people. It talks about our greatness, and it gives me hope of a better day and a better future. I also talked about the Iyawo, which I explained from the earliest memory of my elder sister getting married, and I was able to explain the process of Ekun Yawo by the Iyawo that usually being done while a bride is getting married. We also have the Alashe, which talks about the importance and the powers that lies within the king and the way the king should be respected. Another one which is very dear to my heart is a portrait of my grandma, which I called Aroba. And when you say Aroba, Aroba is oral narration. This brought me to the fact that every living African elder is a library of knowledge on its own, which should be understudied and should be documented. And this talk about the oral narration. This talk about passing down information from generation to generation.
To further drive home this art campaign, this center, which is in the heart of Oshodi, in the commercial city of Lagos, has been set up to teach these cultural, moral, and creative values to children in the community and beyond.